Okay, so I have to start today's deep dive with a confession.
Oh.
I was looking through all the materials we have for this session, the photos, the maps, and for a good 5 minutes, I honestly thought there had been a mistake.
A mistake how?
I thought our research team had accidentally sent us files for a travel brochure about a village in southern France.
Right. It does have that effect on people. It's disorienting, but in the best way.
Disorienting is the perfect word.
I
I mean, just imagine this. You get on a train in Shinjuku, right? You're expecting all the neon, the concrete canyons, that whole cyberpunk thing everyone associates with Tokyo.
For sure.
You ride the train for maybe 40 minutes, you get off, you walk out of the station, and it's like a glitch in the Matrix.
Teleportation complete.
Exactly. You're not looking at gray skyscrapers. You're looking at these rolling hills covered in buildings with these unified reddish-brown tile roofs.
Yeah, and the brick-colored walls.
The walls, the whole skyline isn't jagged, it's layered. It looks like something out of Provence. I kept thinking, did I get on the wrong flight? But you're telling me this is actually Tokyo.
It is absolutely still Tokyo. We are looking at a place called Minami-Osawa.
Minami-Osawa, okay.
And that feeling you're describing, that visual shock, it's not an accident.
It's not.
No, it's not a theme park. It's not a movie set. It's one of the most ambitious experiments in urban design from the late 20th century in Japan.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to unpack this glitch. We're going to figure out how a slice of the Mediterranean ended up in the Tokyo suburbs, who was behind it all, and most importantly, where we need to stand to get that perfect photo.
And we might just uncover a hidden mystery in the process. But yeah, let's start with that incredible view.
Let's do it. So this area, these reddish buildings on the hill, does it have a name? Or do people just call it the Red Town?
It definitely has a name, and even the name sounds like it's from a French romance novel. It's called Belle Colline Minami-Osawa.
Belle Colline. That sounds fancy. I'm guessing that's not Japanese.
It's French, Belle Colline. It translates to beautiful hill.
Beautiful hill. Simple, elegant, and looking at the photos, it really fits. It is a beautiful hill. When was this all built?
Right around 1989, so the very start of the Heisei era.
Okay. Because it doesn't look like the ultra-modern glass towers, but it's not the old post-war stuff either.
And you've hit on the key point there. To really get why Belle Colline is so special, you have to understand what it was evolving from.
Right. Because when I think of Japanese public housing or danchi, I usually picture, well, boxes.
Exactly. The tofu look.
Yes. Giant blocks of concrete tofu. Gray, utilitarian, you live in box A, your neighbor's in box B. Super efficient, but not very inspiring.
And that was the standard for a long time. It was about housing people quickly. But by the late 80s, the thinking started to shift. The agency in charge, what's now called UR, wanted to try something new.
Something with a bit more soul.
Precisely. They wanted to move away from that cookie-cutter style and create a town with a real identity. They wanted high-concept urban design.
So they didn't just hire a construction company and say, build us 10 apartment blocks.
No. They used a system, a really interesting one, called the Master Architect System.
The Master Architect System.
Yeah.
Sounds like a secret society of builders.
It sort of does, doesn't it? But it's actually a brilliant concept.
Yeah.
See, usually you'd have different contractors building different blocks, and they don't really coordinate.
And you get a random hodgepodge of styles.
Exactly. With this system, you have one single visionary, one master architect who oversees the entire aesthetic.
Like one conductor for the whole orchestra.
That's the perfect analogy. And for Belle Colline, the master architect was a man named Shozo Uchi.
Shozo Uchi. Okay, I'm writing that down. So what was his philosophy here? What was he trying to do besides just making it look French?
Well, Uchi was a legend. And for him, it wasn't just about surface style. He wanted to respect the land itself. The whole area is defined by its yato, the valleys and hills. He didn't want to just bulldoze the hills flat and plot buildings on top.
Which is what normally happens, right? Just flatten it and pour concrete.
Right. But Uchi wanted the buildings to flow with the landscape. If you look at the skyline of Belle Colline from far away, the roofs actually step down. They mimic the natural shape of a hillside.
Oh, wow.
The buildings aren't fighting the land, they're accentuating it. That's why you get that layered, almost fortress-like silhouette that looks so incredible.
That explains so much. It feels organic, even though it's all planned. It has texture. And those red roofs, I mean, in a city that can be so gray, that choice is so gold.
It creates warmth, and it unifies the whole district. It doesn't matter if you're looking at a tower or a low-rise apartment. That color palette ties it all together into one cohesive, beautiful hill.
Okay, so this place is gorgeous. It's architecturally significant. But if you, our listener, are standing at Minami-Osawa Station right now with your camera, where do you go? How do you see this vision in all its glory?
You could just wander, for sure. But if you want the definitive view, the money shot, you need to go to a specific bridge.
A bridge?
Yeah. It's called the Miharashi Pedestrian Bridge, the Miharashi Hodokyo.
Miharashi. Hold on, doesn't that literally just mean view?
It does, view bridge. They weren't subtle about it.
I love that. So guide us there. What are we looking at?
So it's the sturdy concrete bridge that crosses over the main road and, crucially, the train tracks. But you're not there to look at the bridge. You're there for the view from it.
Okay, I'm on the bridge in my mind. Looking out, what do I see?
This is where Shozo Uchi's master plan just clicks. You look out, and you see the gentle curve of the Colline train tracks right below you.
Right.
Flanking the tracks, you've got these lush green trees. And then rising up behind them, stacked against the sky, there they are.
The red roofs.
The layers of Bell Colline, the red roofs, the brick walls. It all comes together like a painting. You've got the motion of the train, the green of nature, and this very structured European architecture in the background.
That sounds incredible. It's a real-life composition lesson.
Yeah.
Foreground, middle ground, background, all working together.
And because of the valley, the Yato, the bridge, feels a lot higher than it is. You're looking across this wide open space, which is so rare in Tokyo. It just captures that harmony perfectly.
It sounds like the kind of view that just makes you stop and take a breath.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the best tourist spots aren't monuments. They're just infrastructure that happens to be in the perfect place.
And that is the absolute beauty of Minami-Osawa. The infrastructure is the attraction.
Which brings me to my next question. We're talking about how it looks like a painting, like a postcard.
Yeah.
But is it real? I mean, do people actually live in the beautiful hill?
Oh, it's very real. This is fully functional UR residential housing.
Yeah.
Real families, real daily lives going on.
So it's not some kind of movie set where you open a door and it's just plywood behind it.
Not at all. And what's fascinating is that the design philosophy, it doesn't stop at the rooftops. The actual livability was planned just as carefully as the skyline.
How so?
Well, if you walk around, you'll start to notice something is missing.
Missing? Like cars?
At least you don't see them where you're walking. The town was designed to separate pedestrians from vehicles almost completely. It's a pedestrian paradise.
Oh, I love that. So you can just walk around without constantly looking over your shoulder.
Exactly. The whole town is connected by this network of wide promenades and pedestrian bridges. You can walk from the station, through parks, to the housing blocks, and barely ever cross a busy street.
That changes the whole vibe of a place, doesn't it? It's quieter, safer.
It makes you want to stroll. And speaking of strolling in bridges, I have to mention one more near the station. It's called the Rimbu Bridge.
Rimbu, what does that mean?
It means round dance.
Round dance bridge. Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's this amazing circular pedestrian bridge, but it's not just a concrete circle. The pavement has this intricate pattern, and from above, it looks like a sunburst or a clock face.
A clock face.
Yeah. There are these markings, like Roman numerals, specifically the letter X in certain spots. It actually acts like a giant sundial.
No way. The bridge is a timekeeping device.
Conceptually, yeah. The whole structure is full of these soft curves, the railings, the lights. It's basically a piece of public art that you happen to walk on.
That is so cool. It just reinforces that idea that the entire town is an architectural playground. It's not just, here's a house, here's a road. It's, let's make the bridge a sundial. It feels like the designers were just having fun with it.
They were definitely experimenting. You have to remember, this was the bubble era. There was money, there was optimism, and a real desire to build something beautiful for the future.
And it seems like it worked. You see the photos, people jogging, families walking. It's a new town that actually succeeded. It didn't become a sterile ghost town.
Not at all. It matured, the trees grew, the bricks weathered. It looks even better now, more established.
Okay, so we've got the red roofs, the master architect, the view bridge, and the sundial bridge. Sounds like a perfect day out. I feel like I've pretty much seen the whole picture.
Yeah, you've seen the big picture, you've seen the skyline, but...
Uh-oh, I know that tone. That's the you missed the most important part tone.
You haven't looked down.
Down? At my feet.
At your feet, at the pavement tiles, at the low walls along the paths inside Bell Colline.
What am I looking for?
Shozo Uchi and his team. They didn't just leave their signature in the skyline, they left a code.
Code? You mean like a Da Vinci Code in the suburbs of Tokyo?
A little bit, yeah. As you walk through the different housing blocks, you start to see these small, strange symbols embedded in the tile work.
What kind of symbols? Give me an example.
Okay, so in one area you'll find sunflowers.
Sunflowers, that's nice. Cheerful.
But not just one or two. The source material mentions 191 sunflowers, each with a number. It's like they're cataloged.
191 numbered sunflowers. That's really specific.
But then you walk to the next block, the sunflowers vanish, and instead you find the moon.
The moon.
A crescent moon symbol. And in the courtyard, there's a sculpture that looks like a moon with water flowing out of it.
Okay, so we have sunflowers for the sun and now the moon. I'm sensing a theme.
Keep going. The next block, you find the symbol for water. Wave designs on the railings.
Sun, moon, water. Oh, wait a minute. Those are the Japanese days of the week. Nichiyubi the sun, Getsuyubi the moon, Tsuyubi water.
You got it. It seems to follow the planetary elements for the days of the week. You find a gold or metal emblem in another block. You find fire, a sculpture that looks like a phoenix.
Whoa. So the entire district is laid out like a giant calendar or a planetary chart.
It seems to be. It's this massive puzzle hidden in plain sight. You could live there for years and not realize you're in the sector of the moon or the sector of fire.
That is mind-blowing. It turns a simple walk into a treasure hunt. Hey, honey, I'm just popping over to the Phoenix sector to borrow some sugar.
It adds this layer of myth to daily life, but here's where it gets really interesting.
I know there's a but.
If you follow the pattern, sun, moon, fire, water, wood, gold, earth, those are the 7 elements for the week.
Right.
We found the sun, we found the moon, we found fire, water, gold, and earth.
Okay. So what's missing?
There's one missing.
Which one?
Wood. Mokuyubi. There seems to be no wood emblem anywhere.
No wood. But the place is called Beautiful Hill. It's surrounded by trees and nature. How can wood be the missing one?
That is the mystery. Was it forgotten? Is it just hidden so incredibly well that no one has found it? Or was there a phantom block that was designed but never built?
A phantom block. A missing link in the architecture. Okay, now I'm not just a tourist, I'm a detective. I have to know where the wood sector is.
It's a genuine puzzle. The person who documented all this scoured the area and couldn't find a trace of it.
That's both maddening and amazing. Makes me want to go there right now and just start looking under every bush.
It definitely adds a little intrigue to a Sunday stroll, doesn't it?
Okay, consider me completely hooked. We came for the French architecture, stayed for the livability, and now we're obsessed with the secret planetary code.
It just goes to show you never really know a place until you look at the details.
Absolutely. So, listener, here's your mission. Take that train to Minami-Osawa. Let your brain do that little teleportation glitch. Walk to the Miyoroshi Bridge. Get that perfect photo.
And then look down.
Yes. Look at the tiles, look at the walls, find the sunflowers, find the moon. And if you find the symbol for wood, you have to let us know.
You might solve a 30-year-old architectural mystery.
We are going to have to do a whole follow-up on this. We're turning from tourists into detectives. Next time, we are going to properly decode the secret emblems of Belcani.
I'm looking forward to it. There's always another layer to peel back.
Exactly. Architecture isn't just about shelter, it's about stories. And sometimes, those stories are written in code right under your feet. Thanks for joining us on this trip to Little Europe.
See you in the next dive.